Hello, good morning. We are so excited to kick off our stories of hope. This is a time when we are going to just have people come in and share what Juice Plus has been for them, how they got started, and what they've seen, what results they've noticed, and what it means to them and how it's inspired them to continue to improve their health. So what is Juice Plus? I have to take a moment to say Juice Plus is powdered plants in a capsule. So these are the bottles. You have your fruit, veggie, and berry, and our plant-based omega. And what I love is that this is my priority. It's my everyday routine. I do it first thing in the morning when I get up with a big glass of water. And what I have accomplished is I've got 30 fruits and vegetables and berries flooding my body every day. And these awesome plant-based omegas that help with heart health, brain health, joints, eyes, and that's part of my story. So that is just, it's like an insurance policy for my health. And so we are so excited to share a few stories because we all come from different places. Jen Brinsmaid's here with me and she's going to share her story. The other thing is this is our plant-based shake mix. It's beyond a shake. It's beyond just a protein powder. It is a complete meal. It has all the fruits and veggies, not the same as the capsules, but but other things that make this a delicious and complete meal. So those things all go together. So that is what we're about. And so Jen, I'm going to let you take it away and just tell us what led you to Juice Plus, what made you decide it was a good idea for you and your family, and what you guys have noticed over time.
Love it. Well, hello, everyone. Yeah, for me, I am a health and wellness coach. So I've been this has been my life for over 30 years of just being super healthy. And I've always been like the go-to person when it comes to health and wellness. And, I've eaten lots of fruits and vegetables. I do smoothies, I do all of that. But Juice Plus came into my life at a really interesting time because my husband was having major health issues and he had been to multitude of doctors, even functional doctors, and they were not finding out what was going on with him. He had lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks and he's a thin guy. So he didn't have a lot of weight to lose and we just couldn't figure it out. And so it's just interesting how, people are woven into your life in the right times. And I met Mimi, as actually reached out to her because I saw that she was a health coach on Facebook. And we got to talking and she shared Juice Plus with me. And it just was like this light bulb that went off for me because it was an opportunity to be able to at least give my husband some nutrition when he was not eating. Literally every time he ate, he would vomit, he would get sick, and he was just staying away from food because he felt better. But being able to add something like a capsule that has micronutrients, and it just made a lot of sense to me. And so I was like, done, got that, sold. And then I also was thinking into the future because that was like in September. That December, my daughter, my teenage daughter, was going to be having jaw surgery. And I knew that she was not going to be, she's going to have her mouth bandaged shut for at least 6 weeks. And she was not going to be able to eat real food. She was going to have to drink everything from a smoothie. And we're a smoothie family, but there's only so many smoothies you can give a kid with enough nutrition. So it just made a lot of sense for me that I could just put those capsules into those smoothies and she would be flooding her body with things that were not going to be in the smoothie physically, me putting in. So, and so, as a family, we have been consuming Juice Plus for a little over about 2.5 years. And what has happened for us is just number one, the energy. My husband, typically we both work from home. So typically midday, he's taking a nap. He doesn't do that anymore. The omegas for him, he's had shoulder issues and he's like, Jen, he's doubled up on the omegas and he can tell, like if he goes out of town and forgets them, he can start to feel his joints starting to bother him again. So he's trying to stay away from surgery. And this seems like just the smartest thing for him and it's working. And then just for me, it is just that peace of mind as a mom, because my kids, even though I try to get as many fruits and vegetables into their bodies, they're still kids, especially my teenager who drives her car, knows how to get to Chick-fil-A and knows how to get to Starbucks. And it's just that feeling that she's at least getting those 30 fruits and vegetables and those omegas in her body every single day. Even if I have to chase after her and make sure she takes them, she's taking them. And it just makes me feel so much better. And just overall for our family's health, and for me, knowing the preventative health is so important. Like, it's so much easier to prevent disease than to manage it once we have it. And so we know, and the studies from Juice Plus show that once it's in the body, it does amazing things like lower inflammation, increase in, immunity. There's so many things that it does, and it shows that it actually works, that I just feel so much better. And I know for sure that I will be consuming it, and my family will be consuming it for as long as we're alive. So that is my story.
Thank you, Jen. I am so glad you included about Doug and his shoulder and how that has been a help, especially in the omegas, but the fruits and vegetables too. I think that's just so good to know. And I just think as a mom, it's peace of mind can be the only reason. And that kind of feeds into my story too, because I started taking Juice Plus about 18, 19 years ago. And when I did, Sharon introduced it to me, and it made so much sense because I knew I had started juicing, and I was becoming more and more aware of all the nutrients we needed in our bodies. And I grew up on fruits and vegetables, but I mean, maybe the same 6 fruits and vegetables. We didn't branch out. We didn't eat all the colors of the rainbow. And so when we got this in our body, my kids, we had one child with constipation chronically. We had one child who had allergies chronically. And over time, those all got better and went away. So that in and of itself was worth the expense. And when I say expense, it was just us. I mean, Matt and I both had an order, and we were sponsoring a child. So really the kids were getting the gummies for free. And once they hit about 10 years old, we switched them to the capsules because we knew the power of that plant powder in them, and they could swallow and if they needed an Advil or a Tylenol at the time, not Advil, but I knew they could swallow that capsule. So that became part of our life. And I'm so grateful to this day for that, because I have 4 grown kids who are just Juice Plus junkies. They wouldn't go a day without their Juice Plus. So that is, it's such a benefit. It's such a blessing. And then fast forward to now. So Matt and I are in our 60s, and, things start to show up that you don't want to show up, and you want to feel good, and you want to look good, and you want to keep doing all the fun activities that you're used to doing. And that's what Juice Plus has meant for us in the past 10 years. And even recently, I will tell you that I noticed that my vision is better. I had an eye doctor appointment last month, and she said, wow, your vision is 20/20. And she asked me, do you want some readers or glasses for driving? She said, but only if you want them. She said, you don't really need them. So that was very much a reinforcement about flooding my body with fruits and vegetables and plant-based omegas, because the omegas are all about eye health as well. And then I will tell you that brain health is probably the other piece of our story, because we have in our genes Parkinson's, Alzheimer's, and dementia of different kinds. There's lots of dementia, and we don't want it. We don't want our kids to have it. And so we know that we are doing everything we can by keeping our nutrition level well, keeping our stress level down, by doing all the things that bring on good health. So I'm just grateful. I'm grateful for the fact that we can do this, and we can have Juice Plus in our body every day. And I just want to say that I'm so grateful to Sharon, the person that shared this with me. And so I feel empowered and inspired to share this with as many people as possible, because who knows what, bullet you could dodge too. So it's just a blessing. And I appreciate the opportunity to share that.
I love that, Mimi. I mean, and I think that that's really what it all comes down to, is just flooding your body consistently, so you can see over time what really the fruits and vegetables that we just are not consuming in our diet, what it can do for your body. Thank you all so much. We don't want to take any more time, but we really appreciate your time and for attending. And we hope that what we've shared with you inspires you, empowers you. And, you know, the bottom line is this, and this is a good thing. Only 1% of our health has to do with our genes. Less than 1%, they say. What makes the impact is our environment and our lifestyle. So if you consider that you are part of your lifestyle is flooding your body in a very simple way with all the micronutrition from fruits and vegetables that you just aren't getting in your body, just understand that you will be affecting your genetic expression to allow the genes that are not necessarily the genes that we want, like cancer genes, heart disease genes, to stay off and keep on the genes that will keep us thriving in our life. That is huge. And that is really what Juice Plus over time can do for your body. So thank you so much. Get with the person that has invited you or has shared this video with you. And we are a community of people that are really helping take healthy back and making an impact in this country, because our country is sick. And Juice Plus, this community, it's just, we lift one another up and we just share with one another ways to stay healthy and be healthy. Thank you so much.
Bye, everyone. Thank you.
That was great, y'all.